very choppy, broken English, but I basically said, well, I'm looking at this pig. And I said, I don't know if it will attack me. And he said, well, no, take a stick and wave it around, it'll run away. And so I did this. But anyway, he started asking me, like, what are you doing out here? And I said, well, I'm working with this government agency, and he knew where this agency was. But anyway, long story short, he said, you teach English, or you speak English. You're a native speaker? And I said, yeah. And I said, I'm from USA. So anyway, he said, I'm a headmaster of a school. And he said, you must come teach English to our students. And I said, well, yeah, I'd be glad to. So I said, meet me tomorrow. The next day was Saturday. I said, meet me there at 9 in the morning, and I'll, meet me here at this spot, and I'll be here, and you can take me to your school. So we did. The next day, he sure enough, 9 o'clock, he shows up, and I go into his school. It's about a mile away. But anyway, I was expecting a school, but it was it was a barnyard, like with animals running around, this sort of thing. And I was waiting to go to the school, but the school was the barnyard. And really, the only thing that set anything about education apart from the barnyard was there were 3 portable chalkboards. And wherever I went, there was always somebody carrying one of these chalkboards. It would take 2 people to carry. But anyway, I spent time with them during my time there as a Fulbrighter, teaching English to them. And over time, I came to realize that they conceptualized and stressed the concept of education differently than we do in the US. And I wouldn't really say it was better or worse, but it was just different. And I'll talk about this a little bit. And I have a video I want to show. While I was there, I was really blessed to have my video camera, and made a video that I'm looking for ways to share about them. I'm collecting donations, that sort of thing, and I funnel money to them through Western Union, and they're able to expand their school now to other villages. But anyway, in teaching them, I found I had to kind of keep in mind that they do this differently than we do in the US. In the US, I see myself very much as just somebody who conveys information, knowledge, if you will. And that's my function. But over there was kind of some different rules kind of at play. And I'll talk about these a little bit. When I saw this conference, this is my first year with the University of Montana, I thought, oh yeah, diversity, in my case, educational diversity. I thought this could be a good fit. First of all, it's a very isolated place. So the context is different, but there's a practicality about what's going on there, that everything they learn is practically applied. There has to be kind of an application link to it, that it's not too theoretical. And again, keep in mind these kids for the most part are like kindergarten age through maybe 7th grade or so. Second, there's a vivid environmental context, that you are clearly out in the jungle and there's wild animals and snakes and this kind of thing. So the environmental context is much different. Another thing is, and I found this, I do a lot of work in Asia, mostly in China, but the teacher is a moral authority, that I'm not just somebody who conveys information to them, but that I, as a teacher, am a moral authority, that they look to me for values, kind of how to live. I found that when I was teaching English that they not only mirrored my English, but they kind of mirrored my mindset in some ways. It was a very close, cohesive community, and they don't really travel very far from their town, their village. So they don't really know much, definitely about the world beyond Myanmar, but they don't really know much beyond the village. I mean, they do go maybe into other villages, but not too much. But there's like genocide going on. There's government-backed genocide the army's engaged in. probably within a couple 100 miles of where we were. So it was kind of dangerous to be out and about too much all the time. So anyway, it's a very close-knit community, very impoverished by American standards. But they were quite content, quite happy, very, very, very bright. I mean, anything I talked about, they soaked up, mirrored it, anything I did, they followed closely. Minimal information technology impact. Never saw a computer, a laptop, anything like that. Basically, the only thing that would clarify that this was a school was that there were these 3 chalkboards, and anytime there was somebody like myself teaching, which teaching just meant imparting knowledge to them, one of these chalkboards, a couple of people would carry it over and give me a piece of chalk and I could write on it. But anyway, I have a video I want to show. It runs about 12 minutes or so. And when I was there, I thought, oh, I want to capture this on video. I didn't know what I might do with it, but I've been able to make use of it with some different kinds of audiences. I'd like to show this though, and I'll offer some other comments, beyond that. But again, what I'm aiming to do is kind of show this idea of educational diversity, not just in content, but the actual form of it. And not that it's better or worse, but it certainly is different. Okay, to show this, I'm going to go to share screen.
Yep.
And then I just go down there. Yeah, okay. So again, this is the video, and you'll see the schoolmaster, the guy I met on the bicycle, the Buddhist on the bicycle, is So-Min Thu.
And Jim, I'm not seeing your screen. Did you already hit share screen? And Jim, did you hit the share screen button?
Did you say I have to hit the share screen?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, where is that?
So just at, so if you're still in the Zoom screen at the bottom, it's the green arrow that says share screen.
Okay, oh,
then,
share. Sorry.
There you go.
Are we okay now?
Yep, so we see your desktop and yep, just pull that up, perfect.
Okay. I'll go back here. So you can see that, you can see the YouTube screen then?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
And we'll go over a little bit on time.
The Anorma boarding school in Tedcon, Myanmar, where we are going to be talking with Headmaster So-Min Thu about the program they run here at the school. You can see the panorama of the school. And the area here where it sits in the village just outside of Tedcon. And you can see the institution poster that explains some of the programming they have here. But now we go into the school itself and Headmaster So-Min Thu.
Hello, good afternoon everybody. My name is So-Min Thu. I opened this the boarding school, the name as Anorma. Last year, I forgot 100% the results in my school. And now I'm trying my best to get 100% again. Yeah, now there are over 80 students here. Yeah, please just follow to visit here.
Hello.
Good afternoon, class. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. And you also down? They all my pupils, and I teach the students from 11 years old student to 16 years old student. And in Myanmar, to grade 9 students, there are 6 subjects. Therefore, 6 subjects. Number 1, Myanmar, mother language. Myanmar. English, the world's first language. 3, math, mathematics. And for middle school student, geography. Yeah. Number 5, history. Number 5, history. And science. We teach them 6 subjects for middle school students, but for high school students, 6 subjects, but different. These are different for high school students. Now, Mr. Jim is taking the video. Thanks a lot to Mr. Jim, and because after years has never been here, my student have never seen the foreigners like him. Last week he came here and he teach my students about the greeting. How are you? Hello. Thank you. And my students got aspiration about English. They are very happy to stay with me and to listen. They got aspiration in speaking English. And also, thanks many times to Mr. James. And my students are saying, we all will remember although he campus. Okay, Mr. James, did you them now? Yes. Mr. James. Yes. No, Mr. James, did you know? Okay, did you them, Mr. James? Do you want? The students are saying thank you to Mr. James.
Okay.
Mr. James, yeah.
Thank you.
Help me to learn English under you.
Hello, how are you? Good, good. Well, let's move on to next classroom.
Yeah. Last week, Mr. James taught an English poem.
Ta-ta. Ta-ta.
Last week, Mr. James taught the student an English poem. For a very short time, all students get the poem by heart. Yeah, thanks, Mr. James. I want to introduce. This is a teacher who teaches history and geography. They have 6 subjects. 6 subjects. 1, Myanmar, mother language, and English. the world's first language and math, mathematics, number 4, and history, geography, and economics. And they have to study 6 subjects. Yeah. He's the teacher, and his name is Ute Winchu.
My name is Ute Winchu.
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Students very hard at work. And here's something that has caught our eye is about have self-control.
Yeah, have self-control. I know the word self, the word control, and self-control. I like the sentence very much, and I believe no one can succeed in life without the self-control. Self-control is very important to all people. And so I like the sentence, and I've written many sentences, self-control, many sentences.
Yes, 100% pass rate with TELUS test.
Yeah, I forgot 100% results by self-control.
Yeah.
I control them, and they control themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
Self-control.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move along to the next classroom.
Oh, yeah.
See you, Tata. Tata. Yes, very, very diligent. This is the physics classroom.
Yeah,
with
this classroom. They are for different subjects. Myanmar, mother language Myanmar, English, math, but different subjects. Chemistry, physics. This is the physics time. Yeah? And biology. They are economic, and these students from 6 subjects, biology. And last year, my youngest sister has got a distinction in biology. I teach English and biology 2 subjects. Yeah.
And who is the teacher?
Yeah, teacher. Your name?
My name is Thawtar. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's my cousin, and he has passed high school, Anorma, here from this school.
Okay.
I need the teachers from the other place, in my relatives. I am the first person to pass the high school and to be graduate. And I have many cousins and many brothers. After I have passed high school, I teach my cousin and my little brothers and little sister, and so now they all, nearly all of them are teachers, and I will try my best to improve our body as a school, and only with them, no need the other teachers, and we all are how to say? Now in my family, there are around 6 teachers. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So it's a family. Yeah. It's a family school where brothers and sisters teach. Yeah. So it ties together nicely that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Let's move on. Yes, it's good. Yes.
I like it there.
Yeah. Yes. Golden.
I'm very proud.
Yes.
What in this t-shirt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the next place. Thank you, class. Thank you, Tata.
Thank you, Lex.
Yes, we'll move on. Oh, looky here. Yeah, we have the guest pigs and little pig. Okay. Okay, we move on. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at little pigs. Okay. We'll go do closing up here. Okay, we're leaving now. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Okay.
Yeah, they remember.
Oh, go Buckeyes. Yes.
They all love you so much.
Very good, very good. Okay, ta-ta.
Ta-da!
Ta-da. Okay.
Good bye, guys.
How about them apples?
They all
Let's see. Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can, Jim.
Okay, good. By the way, or, yeah,
Is something maybe playing behind your screen?
yeah.
Still going?
Can you, yeah, there's somebody, that other voice, is that another presenter?
I think it's just maybe on your screen because we can't hear it.
Oh, okay. Can you
Maybe
hear
your
me?
YouTube video?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to talk, but while I'm talking, I'm hearing another presenter. So I can't turn up my volume too much. But anyway, I'll just kind of do a wrap up on this. By the way, I'm from Ohio, and they were saying go Buckeyes. That's what that was about. But anyway, as you could see there, how this works, it's basically a barnyard, but on school days, they make it into a school, kind of. They set up the benches and stuff, but otherwise, on the non-school days, they're working the farm kind of thing. But there's an informality about this. I want to kind of address this in closing, kind of as a summary. There's a informality about all this, about practicality, very pragmatic. I asked him as illustration, Somenthu, the teacher you saw, about how he came to open this school. Like what kind of certification did he need? You know, in the United States, you have to have a teaching certificate, certification, to be doing this. But he didn't even understand the concept, where he was like, why would you need a certificate? Why do you need permission? Why do you need anything like that? He basically explained the way he phrased it. He said, I have the knowledge. They want to learn it. I want to teach them. What else is there? Okay. And by the way, the same I found true with medical workers. There is a lot of people, most people, I mean, not only did they not have like professional certification, they didn't even understand the concept. that basically if there's something you want to do, like be a teacher, you just put out your shingle and start teaching, start working that way. So they kind of come at it from a different direction. Again, I wouldn't say it's really better or worse, but it's different than we are in the US. And so when we look at educational diversity under the auspices of a conference like this dealing with diversity, I thought it would be worthwhile to bring this in to share. But anyway, I'd be glad to respond to any questions or comments or anything along that line. I realize time is a constraint here.
Jim, just so you know, we're okay with letting you go a little longer if anyone has questions. Sorry to interrupt, Shannon.
Okay.
Oh, I was just going to say to the audience, feel free to just unmute if you have a question or a comment for Jim.
If there is anything, I think this is going to work best if they don't say it, but they type it, because I have to turn the volume down because there's another presentation that you can't hear, but I can't hear you because of that other presentation. But I'm opening the chat box that I can see if somebody's going to type anything.
I wonder, Jim, if you don't mind putting your email in there too, if there's any follow-up, maybe they could email you with questions as well.
Yeah, yeah, let me do that.
All right, does anyone want to put anything in the chat? Or that video is awesome. I like laughed and almost cried. It was so cute.
I'll type in my email address.
And Jim, what department are you with the university?
I'm with the, it's the Defense, DPLPT, something like that. It's the Defense Language Program, if you're familiar with that. It's through the Mansfield Center, something. I've never been to Montana, but I work full time for them, but it's through like the Defense Critical Languages Program. We teach critical languages and culture. I'm a culture person, to soldiers. I'm at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. But anyway, I'll type in my my email address.
Okay, yeah, I was curious if there was a tie to the Mansfield Center because of the many opportunities that they provide.
Okay, that's me.
And then did
Oh
you
yeah, I will come to, I just mentioned that yesterday, I told my supervisor out at Missoula that I want to come to Montana. I should point out that on my wall is a Grizzlies, you can see that, the Grizzly banner, I think, kind of. Well, anyway, I can't show it very well, but it's when I came to work, they gave me a Montana Grizzlies banner to put on my wall for these kinds of things. But anyway, yeah, I'll make it out there one of these days. But it's a pleasure to be with you today. I've enjoyed the sessions for the conference, and I look forward to visit one of these days.
Sounds great. Thank you. Thank you for presenting, and thank you to our attendees, and make sure you look at what we have for the rest of the afternoon.